How many of you have ever experienced culture shock? How many of you have knowledge of a foreign country's business culture? Well, you are not alone. Like you, anybody that's planning to do business in a foreign country needs the proper training of the country's business culture in order to conduct business here. As head market researcher for Blue City Telecommunications, I have been asked to create a presentation informing the executives on how to conduct business properly in Colombia. This presentation will cover Colombia's social customs, Colombia's business attire, how to handle invitations here, and the women's role in business. First, I'll start with Colombia's social customs. When you meet somebody new, it is proper to greet them by shaking their hands. That's very similar to how Americans greet one another. If you're waiting to enter a room and there's a bunch of people around, it is proper to let the older people enter first. If you know somebody's academic title, it is appropriate to address them with it. If not, you can use Mr. or Miss, Sir or Ma'am. Either of those are fine. Colombians stand very close to one another when talking. In America, we tend to stand within 3 feet of one another, but in Colombia, people can get within a foot. This will be something that you'll have to get used to when chatting with colleagues. Next, I'll cover the business attire. Business attire differs based on the region of the country. In the interior of the country, people tend to dress more conservatively. Men will wear dark suits with ties, and women will wear suits and business dresses. In the coastal region of the country, it is less formal, and men will oftentimes wear light-colored button-down shirts, and women will wear casual business attire, and they can wear skirts here. This is not the case in the interior, where it is more conservative. Next, I will cover how to handle invitations. If you happen to receive an invitation to have dinner at a colleague's house, it is normal to arrive up to 30 minutes late. When you arrive, it is common practice to greet everybody in the room and then allow the host to seat you. Do not seat yourself, because a host could have a pre-assigned seating chart, and it would be considered rude to violate this. If you happen to receive an invitation to a bullfight, it is almost mandatory that you go, unless it is against your religious beliefs. Bullfighting tickets are very expensive in Colombia, and it is considered a high honor to receive one. Gifts are also given in Colombia for doing a job well. In the United States, this would be considered corrupt, but this is very common practice in the country of Colombia. In Colombia, they have a very different view of women than we do here in the United States. Here, women are viewed to take care of the home, to take care of the children, to cook dinner. Many women do not own businesses. It would not be unusual for you to go to a business meeting and see little to no women. This is the exact opposite of how it is here in the United States. What women do dominate in Colombia are the textile industries. For example, in the floral industry, women make up over 80% of the workforce. The most important things to remember when doing business in Colombia are their social customs, the business attire, invitations, and women in business. If you follow the proper social customs, if you dress properly, depending on which region you're in, remember, in the interior, more conservative. In the coastal region, you have more freedom to dress how you want. If you know how to handle invitations, and if you know the women's role in business, proper business can be conducted in Colombia. Does anybody have any questions?